All right, what's going on, y'all? This is the Black Way. I am your host, Brandy, and we are here today with the Just Acting Up show. How y'all doing on this lovely Sunday?
Doing fine.
Hey, what's up?
Fine.
Good, good. If y'all don't mind, real quick, can y'all introduce yourself and give y'all a social media tag? We can start with Tashay, ladies first.
All right.
Hello, I'm Tashay. You can find me on Instagram at tashay.w. I'm the first lady of the Just Acting Up crew.
Oh yeah, first lady. There we go. Chris, you can go ahead.
I'm Chris, editor, producer, Just Acting Up show. Find me at Big Chris 713 on IG.
3 H-Town, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm Mike Tolliver. I'm an actor and part of the Just Acting Up crew. You can find me at I am Mike Tolliver on Instagram.
Cool. And last but not least, Mr. James.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You can find me on IG. I recently changed my handle to James _ Joffrion _ Junior.
Junior.
Yes,
Good. Well, that's good. So we'll get right into it. Congratulations to y'all for being on episode 112. That is huge. I think this is gonna be episode 9 for me. So I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
But how did the Just Acting Up show start? Like, how did you all get from 1 all the way to 112? Was it always 4 of you all, or how did y'all start?
No, it started off with just 3 of us.
Okay.
It goes back actually to pre-pandemic at a mixer. Mike was interested in getting into acting, and he called me up like, "Hey man, I want to go to this mixer. A lot of different people in the industry are meeting. I want to kind of just see how to, break into this world. And you're good at, networking. Let's go ahead and meet me up here. Let's go check it out." And at that mixer, we met James.
Okay.
And so, and I don't think we didn't do anything for like a year or so. Was it about a year or so, guys?
Yeah.
And I left the industry I was in media, and then I called him up at the end of the end of 19 going into 20. I was like, "Hey, you still in contact with that guy we met?"
Right.
Hey, let's start a podcast for the acting industry out here in Houston. And we started it up and kicked it off, and as we grew and began to do more and more episodes, we met Tashay. I think what was it, James and Mike met her on set somewhere.
Okay.
No, I think it was James that did.
James?
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually met Tashay at the same time of a movie that was being filmed, and Tashay caught our attention
Yeah.
because it was a certain scene where we had to run, and Tashay had on heels.
Okay.
And we were like, she kind of fast some heels, bro.
That was Tashay?
Yeah, that was Tashay. We said, we ain't going to mess with her. We're going to stay on her good side.
That's right, because she was running in heels, and I'm like, damn, she's running in heels.
Yeah. She had a perfect form, too.
Yeah, she did. Like, she didn't fall or nothing. I'm like, that takes talent.
I knew she was the truth from that moment on. Y'all knew.
Oh man, that's crazy. You know what? That's funny too, because I think I did not catch the memo that we was going to be running. When the information was sent out, I was just told to dress business. I was like, okay, heels. And when I got there and found out that we was going to be running, I had to have a mental talk with myself, like, okay, we came looking crazy.
Yeah.
So I had to hold it down for all the women. You know what I'm saying? I had to hold it down.
Hold it down. Yeah, my first play, I didn't know I was gonna be running the hills either, but you never know what you can do until you do it. And I could not believe I did that. That was not fun. But nonetheless, so do you guys have like an official host and you guys are co-hosts, or are y'all all just one? No one is above the other. How does the structure work?
Well, James, like, he leads the way.
Okay.
With the topics, so we follow his lead. Chris is more Chris does all of the animation on Canva. He the one that puts the music in. Is like Chris was like born to do this. He really has like a knack, an eye to see how it goes, and he puts it all together. And I know one time when Chris wasn't here, I'm like, oh hell, boy, this podcast is gonna be rough. But Chris puts everything in place to make it flow, smooth. And Tashay, she does. It's funny because to Shay, right? I was gonna pick someone. I asked Chris, I said, Chris, we need someone to do like a drop for us, right? Like how the Breakfast Club got that guy, the Breakfast Club, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm on Fiverr. I'm like, man, we can get this guy. And I sent it to Chris, and Chris was like, yeah, I understand the idea what you're doing, but we're just not gonna go with that person, right? So he was like, let's find us a lady voice to do it. And then that's when we picked to Shay to do the drops and the promo for us, right? And eventually we was like, man, just let's have us a female touch on the show, because it was all three of us, just, you know. And then we added to Shay into the mix, and it's like it got right. But that was Chris that pointed that out. So
Yeah, you got to have you a lady on the team. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And Jock
Uh-huh.
is the one who thought about me um when it came to, you know, suggestions. So I tell the guys all the time, thank y'all for adding me into the show, because they do such an amazing job. You know, before I even came to the show was amazing. So, you
Yeah.
know, just to see it continue to progress with me being added on is just a blessing.
Yeah, I like that. And I like how some of y'all episodes, even though it's not all four of y'all all the time, you guys still mesh well regardless. So
yeah.
I do like that. It's like the consistency is always there, regardless of who's on the panel and who's not. So that's definitely something that stand out to me. I have a question. So everybody is actors except Chris, right?
No, I'm actor
No,
too.
Oh, you
all
actor
three.
too. Okay, everybody. Okay. So I just gotta ask, and you know, y'all can be honest and y'all can, how y'all feel about the Houston film industry? Don't all speak at once.
Mm. That's a loaded question.
Who want to go first?
That's a
You got
baked
it.
potato loaded question.
Unload then, unload. Somebody give me something.
I, I can go first.
Okay.
About the Houston film community, I say that first one was I want to say I love that my people here in Houston are out there putting their spin and their take, their art out there. And I know when you put your art out there, not everybody's going to accept it, or not everybody is going to love it. And we have to. A lot of us need to understand that that's your art, because you know anybody can speak anything about your art. It's like real vulnerable putting yourself out there, even with the projects that we're putting out there.
Right.
You see some good, you see some bad, you see where others need more help in some areas, and I understand that some people can be sensitive because just know that's your baby.
Right.
And I feel that we all can do more than just putting the same thing out there. And I want to see more creativity and not just chasing the money, but really putting some art out there that others can not just relate to, but taking that risk and trying something different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I totally agree when it comes to putting different things out there. 100% spot on. Anybody else want to chime in on that one?
I'll go next. Um, just, and this is all gonna be like an addition, because we kind of all feel some of the same ways. But I just want to also throw out there that, like, there's so many talented groups, right? There's like groups of talent here and there, and I feel like we need to mesh the groups, you know, and not be so clicked up. And I think that with everyone working together and working outside their groups, that I think we can bring like better quality to what we're producing.
I
Right.
like that. I agree. I always say that there are groups. I thought it was maybe just me. So yeah,
And it's the I'm sorry,
no,
but
go ahead, go ahead.
it's the piggyback on what James, you know, said as well. You don't want no one to put a cap on your creativity just because this is what people want to see.
Right.
You know. And it's a lot of people in this city that would love to do something else outside of the box. You understand? Because if people don't realize, Houston is like, when they come down to entertainment, is we're getting up there slowly. It's coming faster than we expect, because there's a lot of people from other states that's coming here. There's a lot of celebrities that are coming here, and I'm old enough to remember nobody was coming to Houston like that.
Right.
You know, and so the whole culture in this city is starting to change, not just in this city, but in surrounding places like Austin. Got all of that.
Bless you.
Bless you, bless you.
Season
Bless
change.
you.
My bad.
Austin got what they got going on,
Right. Yeah.
with the, and Dallas as well too. So it's like we don't want to get stuck on that same kind of creativity. We have to grow as artists,
Yeah.
because that's what it's all about. It's about the art first, and I know it's a business and everything, and I get all that, but it's like there is also revenue to be made in other ways, and let's just not get caught on like, okay, let's do the same thing. You do
Right.
the same thing, you do the same thing, but we're just gonna tell it in a different way.
Correct. Yeah. I 100% agree. It's a lot of art, a lot of stories that need to be told. We just got to get it out there. What about you, Chris? You want to chime in, or probably about the same, feel the same
Yeah,
way?
I mean, everybody pretty much said, like I said, we usually on the same wavelength when thinking about
Okay.
just the Houston industry. I think what we could do more of is more collaboration. Like I said, working together.
Yeah.
You can't always be the top dog, but you can.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to sit in that Indian seat to learn a little bit and to help somebody else's project out. I think it builds relationships, but it also it helps as a whole for us to put on better productions. And I'm starting to see some of that happen more out here. But I think we just need to continue in that direction of collaborating.
Yeah. I totally agree. Definitely some good input. I think a lot of people could take from that and build on that. So you guys have had some big names on this show. People who've been on Power, Force, The Shy, Law and Order, all the big names. What's y'all process for booking these guests? Because your girl is struggling, so I need some help. Let me know.
They say you miss 99% of the shots you don't shoot.
Okay.
Just shoot the shot.
Shoot the shot. Is that
That's really all it is.
Shoot.
It's just that simple.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Reach out to them.
Yeah.
I remember we booked our first big guest was not was it Diallo, y'all?
Diallo was up.
Yeah, it was Diallo.
And this guy, he's worked on Jimmy Fallon, and he's the best friend on Marlon. And all we did was we messaged him just like, hey, we'd like to get you to come on our show. And a lot of these people that you think won't respond to you, a lot of them will. They'll be like, oh, hey, yeah, I love to come on and talk to your show.
Okay. So I just need to start shooting shot more. Okay.
Chris and James are great with networking. I sit back and we got our group chat, and then they say, oh, so-and-so is following me, and so-and-so want to get on the show. And I'm like, who? And then I get on I'm like, oh, wow. Like, oh, all right, then that's cool. So I'm learning from them, because I'm a little bit antisocial. So I kind of like stay in my own, just in the back, don't really say too much. But Chris and James, they are the ones that bring in a lot of people, and Tashay as well too, so it's like iron sharpens iron. So I'm watching them, how they work. But networking is very important in this business, and I'm learning that.
Facts. Yeah, I basically learned that, I won't say the hard way, but I'm a little introverted myself. So when I got into this business, it was just like, oh, you got to talk, you got to network, Lord, I got to do all that. But I'm getting better though. I'm getting better. It's becoming more natural. I used to feel like I was forcing it a little bit, but the more people you meet, the more natural it just comes for me. So definitely. So Tashay, I was looking at your profile and you model as well.
Yes.
So is the Houston modeling industry basically the same as the film? Is it clicked up? Is it more friendly? How is that?
Well, it's a little hard to answer that question, because like a lot of the ladies that are modeling here locally, they like to model outside of Houston.
Okay.
And so we end up traveling quite a lot.
Okay.
And so, but it is a little bit clicked up, yeah. But it's more so like agencies kind of thing, like what agency are you with, or if you even with an agency. But yeah, I mean, more collaborations all around would work for everyone. I feel like working with other people, that networking thing that you networking, you are exposing yourself to their followers. Their followers have been exposed to your followers. And I mean, how can you lose there?
Yeah, I agree. That's good. I always wondered that because, excuse me, I do have a few friends, but they're male who model in Houston. And it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like I see the same faces. So I was just
Mm-hmm.
wondering, how does that work for the ladies out here? Because most of the time when you hear modeling, you think, oh, I have to go to LA, I have to go to New York. I can't do it in Houston. So,
Yeah.
which speaking
It is
of, go
like
ahead.
with the calling, like with modeling, it's most of the time it's responding to like the casting calls. And
Okay.
sometimes you may be a little discouraged from going to a casting call because you see what the descriptions of what they're looking for. You go, hold on, wait, this may not be for me.
Yeah.
And I always say, even if they have a height, go.
Yeah.
So
Let's
you
go.
may be the best looking. They may want someone that's 5'8", but you may be the best walking 5'7" person that they've seen. They may still take you and sign you on. Just go for it. Like Chris said, shoot your shot.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I had to learn that too. Just, what was it, James? Submit and forget.
Yep.
Yeah. Submit and forget. Just do it. Submit it and forget it.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, to me, well, you guys have a large platform, Instagram, YouTube. I think you guys are on Spotify as well, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am.
Okay. Have y'all ever considered relocating, or do y'all think you guys are good here, Houston based, being that you guys are virtual? Have you ever considered taking the show on the road?
No,
Yeah.
We've
that
we've
was
we've been working on some things
Mm-hmm.
where we can, take it to even an in-person live situation, but it's a matter of the right timing and the right scenario that works out for everybody.
Yeah.
that's actually a pretty. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say who else. Yeah, go ahead.
I say like that right there. See, this is what I love about interviews like this and just talking to people and just regular conversation, because that's a really good thought right there. I mean, there's some ideas we tossed around here and there. Um, and we also had some people throw some crazy deals at us to join them. Good note to you right there, Brandy. Be careful with that. Somebody gonna throw some numbers at you. Like, man, hold on, bro. But yeah,
Oh, now pause. Okay.
yeah, we'll talk more about that off screen.
Okay. Okay.
But um, but yeah, we throw around some ideas that we can do other things in that nature that you're saying, and I mean but we do love that we stay right here in this pocket.
Mhm.
Not saying that we won't never travel around or whatever do
Right.
that, but sometimes it's one of those, you wait and keep doing what works,
Hmm.
and if a great offer is offered to you, then we'll talk, all four of us or all of us will talk amongst each other and see what works in our favor, because we got to get some type of gain from
Right.
it, as well as we help the other person out as well too.
Right.
So
Right.
So a lot of decisions is all four. It's not just one person making a decision for the group.
It's all for
Collective.
collective.
We all got
yeah,
to be in agreement.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I'll be watching from a distance. Like, y'all got doors opening. I know y'all did the comic convention. You guys
Yeah.
did the red carpet for the Masquerade movie. That was
Yeah.
major. So yeah, congratulations to y'all. I see doors opening up, so I can only imagine what the behind the scenes deal is looking like. James, I'm watching. I'm
oh,
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so
So
much.
yeah,
appreciate
yeah, no problem. Definitely, I support. Shifting gears a little bit. I know y'all been hearing about Will and Jada. I just want to know y'all opinion. Y'all think Jada need to be quiet?
Yes.
Yeah. She
it.
trying to
Well,
sell it.
Yes. That lady need to be silent.
that's funny because we just had like a small segment called the bouncing act where we discussed it,
Yeah.
but we the way how we do things, we try to do things in good taste because we don't like bringing like extra negativity towards our show.
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally.
So we break it down to a T, to where everybody can be like, okay, I see what y'all talking about. Because you know, you got some shows out there that really like be real mean and nasty, but it's a
Yeah,
certain way how you can break down a certain subject without, you know, bashing someone. Speak your mind, but also be respectful because they're human beings too. You know, they got kids.
Mm-hmm.
they got
Right.
kids.
So
Yeah, that's the big thing. They human.
they
Yeah.
got kids, man.
I do. As a woman, I'm just like,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
Okay, we get the
how many
we
times
get
you
the
gonna tell us
picture.
this?
We,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got it. We see. Okay.
I've been gone for a while now, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that I know the dynamics of their relationship, but on the outside looking in, it seems toxic.
Mm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
facts,
oversharing, and like where do you cover your family? Because you just
facts.
putting it all out there and just
Yeah, they
Yep.
need.
We were surprised with the red table talk. We was like, okay, this is what
Yeah,
we doing, right? But she's gearing up for her book.
No.
that's
She's
that's
going on a world tour with this.
yeah,
Her and Tupac.
yeah. Like, I just don't understand. She keep embarrassing that man. I'm like, Jada, like,
Jada.
yeah, like, oh, I was surprised at the Oscars when he said my wife. We ain't called it. Like, come on, why you gotta do him like that? He was defending you.
Yes.
Uh,
I think he
But
was more so he was fighting for his marriage. Like he's trying to show her, like he's trying to show up for her in whatever way he thinks she needed to see it. And it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
seem like it, like I said again, not knowing the dynamics of their marriage, but she's not showing up for him in the same way.
yeah,
No,
just
yeah, exactly. But all of it really boils down to, and I said this on the show yesterday, it's the respect. The respect is
Mm-hmm.
gone between them two. Like
yeah.
there's no respect at all.
not
And
respect him.
I've been married, and I'll say it again to Shay. I lost count. Okay, I've been married since 2012. I lost count by now, but
I was like, don't let wifey hear
she
that.
know, she know. But we've been together. We have been together since '08.
Okay,
But one thing that kept us going so strong is that we don't let nobody in our business. It ain't for y'all to know.
that's the way to be.
Whatever happens between us, y'all will never know.
Right.
And that's our personal battles.
Yeah.
That's it. And we don't even let my 12-year-old son know because it's us, you know.
Right.
And that's just the way how it's supposed to be. But it's hard because they're in the public eye and they've been in the public eye for so long. But it's just it's a lot of oversharing.
Yeah.
That red table boy, boy.
Bad idea.
The
Yeah. Too
red
much
table comes
oversharing.
from.
Because
Yeah,
you
that's
allowing
just
the public to give
oversharing.
their opinion on everything you talk about.
Exactly. You opening up that door to your bedroom, to your finances, to your this, to your that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And speaking of marriage, I know Tashay and Mike, you guys are married. Chris, are you married as well?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, just a quick question. Speaking on like, how do y'all balance that out with marriage, family, children, plus your acting and modeling career? How do you balance that out?
uh
I have a great partner. My partner is so amazing. Like for real, he is. He helps me out a lot. My family, they understand it. My boys, they've been traveling since they were younger because they're ballers. They play ball. And so they've been traveling AAU. So they understand when I say, hey, mom have to travel to go and work, they understand because they have themselves have traveled to go and do what they do. So I have younger daughters, they're 8. They are kind of understanding a little
Your
bit more.
twins?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm a twin. Shout out. Okay.
All right.
that's what's
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Yes. So identical fraternal.
Fraternal. I have a boy twin.
All right now. Now that's it. I have identical girls, and
Oh,
did y'all still finish each other's sentences? And
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it be some
We know
weird twin stuff going on.
yeah. We really could
Don't
read
get
each other
into it.
mind. That's not like that twin telepathy thing, that's real.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. It really is. Like, I mean, they were one and where they couldn't even really talk, and they would sit and like talk to each other in this baby language, and that's them. That's what they do.
I'm
But
telling you.
my family is so amazing. They are very understanding, and they help me out a lot with everything. I mean, so what more can I ask for but the support system that I have?
Yeah, that village is key. How about you, Mike? How do you balance that out with family and work and acting and your
It
podcast?
is my biggest supporter is my wife since day one. Like we started off as like best friends. Like that was like my homie. So we started working together actually. And she comes from a hard working background as I do too. And it just clicked with us. Like we're not here to get something out of, like, I'm trying to get ahead of you. We're not competing with each other.
Right.
And she's not with me because I have this, or I'm not with her because she has that. It's like we're here, we're gonna work together. And it was like that when we was dating. We work with each other, we don't never work against each other. So um if I come to her and I say, hey, I gotta go to, I don't know, I shot a commercial in Oklahoma,
Mhm.
she's excited. And so we go plan from there. Like, okay, don't worry about taking him to school. I got it. This and that and the third. Okay, cool. Yada yada yada. Vice versa with her, because she's about to start working for the airport now. So I'm gonna be technically a quote unquote stay at home dad, but I'm gonna be working as well too with acting and everything else in between. And it's like I'm not. I respect her. I respect her decision because I know whatever decision she makes is for the benefit of us, not
Yeah.
just for herself. And it's the same thing with me as well. Whatever decision I make is for the benefit of us. So we work together, and that's just how it's supposed to be, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that village is key. I talk about it with any guest I have. Like I have to throw it out there. Like thank God for the people we have around us.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
This
yeah,
industry is not easy at all. It's not.
no,
Gotta have the flexibility. You can't, tell a casting director, oh, I can't take off tomorrow. Can we film the next day? No, you
yeah,
can't do that.
yeah,
So gotta make a way. So
yeah.
yeah, village is key. And I thank God for mine each and every day. That I
Yes. Shout
yeah.
out to me, mom, too. Them grandparents, they become in handy too,
Yeah.
I'm talking about they
Yeah,
they come
yeah,
in
yeah.
clutch.
I got one nephew. It's five of us, and so far my mom only has one, and she think that's her son. But yeah,
That's so cute.
grandparents are key. That's facts. But moving along, so Tashay, I did want to ask you something. See, you a female in the industry. Do you experience a lot of casting directors with like hidden agendas, or even on the modeling side with a hidden agenda? Have you ever ran into like that? And if so, can you kind of give advice on how to navigate through that?
Yeah, I mean, I've run into some things where and I wouldn't say a hidden agenda, but a lot of directors, a lot of people in the modeling agency, they're used to certain things. They're
Mhm.
used to being able to say certain things, treat people certain ways, ask things of certain people. And you just have to be in tune with your boundaries and what you're willing to do and what you're willing not to do. And whatever that is, you have to just stand on it. You know, there's been times where there's been disrespect, especially on set.
Oh,
I'm not gonna say no names
yeah,
because
don't.
I'm not like that.
Yeah,
But in some cases, you have to take it,
yeah,
and you can't say nothing. Are you off the, are you off the casting for this? And you have to make that decision at that point whether your respect is more important or being on this show. And so there comes times where you have to make those decisions, and you just got to be like I said, whatever decision that I make, I'm gonna stand by it. So especially with acting and getting parts, I always communicate with my partner about this. I have help, so I use that help, and I'd be like, "What do you think about this role? Do you think this role fits me? Do you think, you know, how is it going to be looked at? And we kind of make a decision together about a lot of my roles. But
mhm,
when it comes to being like out at an audition or at a casting call or something, you just have to stand up for what you believe in and what you were taught.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. My biggest thing I learned about an actor, I can never remember his name. I just call him Stacy from the Wood. So when he did the movie Lockdown, and they had that R word scene in there, he was telling a story about how he didn't know that that was going to happen, but there was no way out of it because there's a contract in place and things like that. So that role really messed him up. So
Right.
advice I got from my acting coach is before accepting a role, ask to read the script. Do you all agree with that? Like, would you do you think that would hinder your chance to, like, could they move on? They like, I'm not gonna give her the script. Let me just move on to somebody. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, yeah. I honestly I agree with that. That I didn't know that. I knew that scene happened, but I didn't know that messed him up mentally. I forgot his name because he was on Snowfall as well
Yeah, he
too.
on Snowfall. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, absolutely, you should before you sign anything because once they lock you in, they feel like they are obligated to have you do whatever you want. Me personally, I can't do any sex scenes.
Andre
I'm
Bonds,
not
that's
gonna
his
do
name.
that. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. No sex scenes. So that's just a line in the sand that I'm not gonna cross
Yeah,
for my own personal reasons.
yeah.
But yeah, absolutely, you got to.
What
Yeah.
about you, James? You agree? You ask for the script first, or you just kind of like, okay, I'll take it.
I I asked for the script first, and because I just have to, because same thing like with Mike and his name Andre, that's the guy's name, Stacy.
Yeah,
I agree because I have range and I know what I can do and what I feel comfortable with. And I know that a lot of actors out there saying when they do this certain scene, that's not them, that's the character. I said, no, that's physically you doing it.
yeah,
Yeah, you
Mhm.
are embodying that character, but when all comes down to it, no, you physically did this or did that, or you faked and did this or whatever. And you have to make sure that that paycheck don't compromise, your integrity.
integrity. Yeah,
You got to make sure that if you, because you take that home, Angela Bassett, Daniel Kaluuya, a lot of those that are up on that higher scale says yes, you do give a part of yourself to that role.
right.
The, you just have you, that's how indebted that you are. And I know some people can set that character down and go about their way, but there are a lot of us who can't, or you pick up the characteristics or pick up that certain thing or whatever that they do. So it's a lot that actors go through that
Yeah,
people don't realize behind the scenes. Yeah, you
yeah.
want to look at that script because I'm not,
Okay.
you're not going to catch James Anthony Joffrey Jr. Yeah, I gave my full government name.
Had the balls show.
I do it. Yeah. But yeah, and I turned down some roles before because somebody asked me, "Hey, would you be okay or comfortable doing this?" That I might have to respectfully decline. But thank you for seeing something in me. Maybe
Right.
there's something else I can do down the road. So yeah, you don't have to say yes to everything, and don't
I
say
I
yes
had
to
a
everything.
role. I had a role where this the director asked me, say, you gonna have a kissing scene. And it was like I it was weird because it felt like I'm about to cheat on my wife
Yeah.
on camera. So I remember I didn't do it yet, but I remember I came to her and I was nervous as hell because I didn't know what she was gonna say. I said, man, I gotta do a kissing scene. And she was like, uh, and then and surprisingly she was like, "Well, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do." But I'm like to myself, she say that, but if in the premiere she see it is different. Of saying like, yeah, I don't mind it, but then you have to, see
Yeah. When
like
you
Eric
watch
Benet. Can you imagine what Eric Benet had to go through seeing Monster Ball with Holly Berry?
Mm.
Yeah.
I would have
yeah.
walked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how you come back from there, right? It's
I
like,
know how you
Yeah.
come back,
I mean,
man.
How
I'm
that
you
gone.
detailed, like,
I'm in the
I
car,
mean,
Holly.
I mean, like literally, I passed up a scene, and it really wasn't like passing up a scene. I just told the director like, hey, I'm not comfortable doing this, and I had just was like, okay, well maybe I just won't be in this movie. When
Yeah.
he came back and he was like, well, I got this other one. It's not as bad as that. You may have a little skin shown just a little bit, but I'm just trying to. I really want to work with you, and so I ended up taking another part. But yeah, I mean, I
Good way
would.
to
What if I
navigate
wouldn't have
around it.
said that I was uncomfortable?
Yeah,
That would have been me,
yeah. How about you, Chris? I want to get your input on that. You looking at that script, or you gonna get butt naked?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the script first. I've
Okay.
definitely turned down roles because if it doesn't agree with who I am morally, I definitely won't take it because you are your own brand, right? And what you put out there is gonna stay with you the rest of your life. So you have to be
Facts.
concerned, is that what you want associated with your brand?
Yeah, I agree. I was watching a movie recently on Tubi, and in one of the intimate scenes, the guy spit in the girl's mouth, and I was like,
Oh
"There's
no.
there's no way that was on the script. There's no way. Like,
Hmm.
there's just no way. I find that very hard to believe.
Hmm.
But hey, to each his own. They accepted the role, and I'm just saying. When I was watching that, I was like, "Oh my god, I cannot imagine." No. Um, but switching gears a little bit, y'all have a segment, acting a fool of the week that you guys do. So
Oh man.
who's the fool of the week? I want to know. What's the foolery?
The foolery. Oh my God. The fool of the week is it's kind of like our own version of like the donkey of the day.
Yeah, you're right,
There's
right.
those crazy stories of somebody doing something just stupid. Just like why? Just why?
Wow.
And I always look to who does things on a higher level than us. And then like what can we do to put our own spin to it?
Yeah.
And so that's where you get acting the fool. So we take one of those crazy stories like the donkey of the day, we talk about it. And then of course we have Mike's favorite part of that segment is where
It's not.
I crack a little joke here and there.
That's
He loves
cap.
them. He laughs all the time.
No, I do not. No, I don't. No, but acting a fool, man. I don't know. We need to take a poll because I think Florida is leading.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Florida by a
Yeah.
long shot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mostly every one of them from Florida. Like, what is in the water down there?
Yeah. Something in the water.
Something in that water down there.
Yeah. Florida out of line. Yeah. I like y'all little acting a fool segment because that's what it made me think of too, like donkey of the day. Like, all right, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna have to take a page out of that book. I ain't gonna call it acting a fool, but I gotta address the foolery every now and then.
Yeah.
You have
do y'all
to.
have
just
a fool? Do y'all have someone, or y'all saving that for the show for the next episode?
You got to tune into the Just Acting Up show to see who's
Yes.
the fool.
Oh, okay.
There you go, Chris.
I
Yeah,
thought you
yeah.
were about to say personally, because I know some fools. Personally.
Okay.
Mike, we ain't trying to get into that, Mike.
You know,
we ain't trying to go there.
Hey, spill the tea. Spill the tea.
He gonna turn us on to something else now. Come on, Mike. Down here, spill.
And Brandy, I'll tell you one of them that still tripped me out to this day is when Chris told us about this guy sold a certain artifact for like over millions of dollars, but it was just air.
Yeah. It was
And
tape
somebody
on the floor. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
okay,
That's
that's
cool.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my friend you bought some air, yeah. What you gonna do with it? I don't know, but look at it. You just okay, so it's nothing right there exactly. So why don't you just give us the money? I'm just saying. No, that was just
that's a bit foolish right there.
I like the fugitive that was on the date now.
Yeah, I think
come on, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Or the guy that was trying to get into his girlfriend's good graces by kidnapping her and then turn around and saving her at the same time. That was creative. That was creative. I ain't gonna lie.
That had to be in Florida.
I don't know.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's Florida behavior right there.
But man, that was creative.
That one breast milking guy. We ain't gonna talk
way
about
to get her back. Good job.
That's the way to get her back. He come back. What happened? I was kidnapped. What?
He literally the hero in his own story.
He was the hero. He was a villain and hero in his own story.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man. I hope that wasn't one of us. One of our good melanated people. Leave that to the other race, please. Please. But all right, in wrapping up, like I said, I didn't want to take up too much of y'all time. I always like at the end for people to drop some gems. What can people take away? Do y'all have some tips on anything industry related, personal related, mental health related? Y'all sound off on that. Give us some gems.
I'll go first. I'll go first. Okay. So the one gem that I'm gonna drop today is it's never too late to go for your dreams.
Never. I like that. That's plain and simple. It's never too late.
Like that.
Go ahead, Chris.
Let me see. Let's see. I would say always stay a student. You know, never stop learning. You don't ever think you got it all, you understand it all, you know it all. Always study your industry, your art form, and grow.
I like that. Iron
James?
sharp as iron. James, what you got for us? I know you got a lot, so give us some.
Oh wow, so many. Never become too busy to not check on your people and take time up for yourself.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Life is short, so you really don't know. So I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, take it home.
Treat every day like a holiday. There's a blessing in waking up every day and enjoying life. So honestly, treat every day literally like a holiday. And also, sugar does go on grits.
No, it
Oh,
does
Okay,
not.
here we go.
Yes, it does.
okay.
Sugar
It
does
does.
go on grits.
Okay.
I don't know
Let me
what part of the
say,
state y'all are from,
Okay.
but sugar does go on grits.
It
no,
do.
it does not.
I
Sugar,
gotta say I
butter.
agree with Mike on this one. Butter and
Thank
sugar go on grits. Yeah.
Yes.
Bread,
thank
bread,
Might as well
bread.
get some cream of corn.
Grits.
No.
Grits are supposed to be savory.
Sugar
Yeah.
goes on everything.
Sugar goes on grits. Yeah. Sugar does not go in spaghetti though. Y'all need to stop.
No,
now.
no.
No,
That's the
no, we
line.
ain't
That's
doing
I
the
think
line.
that's some up north stuff right there.
That's
That's
yeah.
$2
That's
too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's too far.
The sugar does go on grits. I like
Sugar
that.
does go on grits. All right.
Yes. And I did want to add in the Texans beat the Steelers this season. But anyway, okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
get out the
Yeah.
man. God.
Talk your talk.
She coming out
Damn.
shots
I had to, Mike. My bad. You try to sneak that jersey in back there. So I was like,
This is my back. This is my room here. I ain't got no other choice. Okay.
I
Shots
was like,
fired.
what's he trying to do?
It's
We gotta just
real.
get that clear.
Boy, you Texan fans are relentless. I don't blame y'all. I blame Matt Canada for putting me in this position. I ain't had no peace since.
You got a long season ahead.
I got a
I'm just saying.
long season,
Woo!
man.
Look, we've
I got
been
a
through
long
this
season.
as a Texans fan. We've been through long seasons. Okay, so it's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
That's all good. That's all
But
good. I'll take that. I take it on the chin to say I'm taking it on the chin. Pause.
I'm
taking it on the
watching
chin.
good
This is
stuff.
the
I'm
growth.
built for it.
I love the growth that I'm seeing from this.
I'm built for it. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming on. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to the Just Acting Up show on every platform. Follow them on Instagram, they on Twitter, they on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, where you can listen to podcasts anywhere. Make sure y'all go check them out. Follow the Black Way as well, just how it's spelled, the Black Way podcast. Y'all know we like to highlight our own people. That's my point of creating this platform. I just want our people to get shown love. Whether you an entrepreneur, an actor, writer, director, model, I don't care. If you're doing something positive, I want to talk to you. So that being said, thank y'all again. I really appreciate it. All you guys' social media handle, it's going to be at the bottom of this screen here, so people will be able to check you guys out. Much success and much blessings to any projects y'all got coming out. We'll definitely be on the lookout for that.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.